In this session, we shall discuss the grading system. Grading system in schools. As you all know, now grading system is practiced in schools and colleges. As part of NCF 2005, all the aspects of students' development, that is, both scholastic and co-scholastic areas were covered, and for that purpose, Continuous Comprehensive Evaluation or CCE was introduced. Grading was also introduced as a part of this system. Origin of grading system. With the onset of industrial revolution in the beginning of 19th century, there was a change in traditional practices. Piecework payments became popular and schools began to pay teachers based on the number of students they had rather than a flat salary. William Farish, a Cambridge University tutor, came up with a method of teaching that would permit him to process more students in a shorter period of time. He invented grades in 1792. This system was very similar to a system followed in some shoe factories at that time. That is, the workers in those factories were paid based on whether or not the products were up to grade. However, this increased the salary of Farish, lowered his workload, and decreased the hours he had to spend in the classroom. Grading. A grade represents the extent to which intended learning outcomes have been achieved. Grading is the primary means by which the results of assessments are summarized and communicated. Grading in education. It is the act of assigning a mark or rating indicating achievement or the worth of work done, or it is the process of applying standardized measurements of varying levels of achievement in a course. Grades can be assigned as letters like A, B, C, etc., or as range, that is 1 to 6, etc., percentage, or number out of possible total, for example, out of 25, out of 50, etc., then descriptors like excellent, very good, good, etc. Grade point average or GPA. GPA is calculated by taking the number of grade points a student earned in a given period of time divided by the total number of credits taken. Starch and Elliott in 1912 experimented on the subjectivity of assessment done by teachers. They reported a wide disparity in the grades rewarded by teachers. This subjectivity resulted in the scaling of numeric grades into letter grades to reduce variation. Grading. Grading is the process of using a formal system for the purpose of summarizing and reporting student achievement and progress. It is an important professional responsibility of a teacher. Grades can be assigned to individual measurements, that is like a test paper, or to assessments, that is group of measurements typically at the end of grading period or a school year. Grading involves comparison of performance to standards or criteria. Grading should not be an afterthought. It should be treated as an integral part of the instructional process. Features of grading. When the level of student performance is classified into a range and denoted using letter, that system of assessment is called grading system. In grading, usually classification is made on 9-point, 7-point and 5-point scale. It identifies students' performance level with a wide range. It involves the use of specialized symbols whose meaning ought to be defined objectively in terms of specific criteria. It provides summative judgments about the students. It is highly dependent on teachers' judgments. It should be based on accumulation of valid and reliable evidence. The main purpose of grades is to communicate information about the student's achievement and progress. It can serve as a source of motivation, especially for high achieving students. You can see the examples of grading done in 7-point scale as well as 9-point scale. In 9-point scale, the interpretation is also given. Next. Grading and scoring are not the same. Now we shall see the differences between scoring and grading. Scoring, denoted by numbers, for example 23 out of 25. Scoring denotes the total marks or points earned by a student or participant. Scoring using rubric involves assigning an objective description to a student's performance. Now we shall see what is grading. It is denoted by letters, that is A plus A, B plus B, etc. It denotes the rating. Grading involves a value judgment. The same score can be assigned different grades based on a number of factors. Now we shall see the components of student's grade. Some components are periodic test, quiz, participation or performance, behavior, project or output, assignment, unit test. Classification of grading. Percentage grading, that is from 0 to 100%. Letter grading and variations. Series of letters from A to F or with letters with plus or minus as an ordered category. Next is norm referenced grading. Comparing students with each other, usually letter grades. Next, mastery grading. Grading students as masters or passers when their achievement reaches a pre-specified level. Next, pass or fail. Using a scale with two levels, either pass or fail. Standard grading or absolute standards grading or criterion referred grading. Comparing students' performance to a pre-established standard of performance. Next, narrative grading. Writing comments about students. Types of grading. Grading can be classified into direct grading or non-direct grading. Non-direct grading is further divided into absolute grading and relative grading. Direct grading. Evaluator judges and assigns a grade or symbol to a given answer indicating its quality. If there are several answers, their grades are combined and GPA is found. Advantages and disadvantages of direct grading. Advantages. Simplifies the process of assessment, makes a raw assessment on a raw scale, uses a uniform scale for the assessment of quality, separates assessment of quality and scale. Disadvantages. Massive and time consuming. Mistakes cannot be ruled out. Suitable for small groups. Non-direct grading or indirect grading. Method of awarding grades through marks. Marks are awarded to each question based on the marking scheme. Total marks are calculated and converted to grades. Absolute grading. System based on instructor's pre-specified performance standard. Grades are given based on the predetermined cutoff levels. Each point value is assigned a letter grade. Absolute grading is inflexible. Example, A grade 90 to 100, B 80 to 89 and so on. Now we shall see the advantages and disadvantages of absolute grading. Advantages. No reference to the performance of others. All students can obtain high grades. Disadvantages. Performance standards are difficult to specify and justify as they may vary unintentionally due to variations in test difficulty, student ability and instructional effectiveness. May be subject to raters' subjectivity. Relative grading. Grades are given based on the student's performance compared to others in the class. The grading range is not fixed in advance. For example, A grade goes to top 10% of the students, B grade next 25% of students, C the middle 30% of students, D grade goes to next 25% of the students, and F to bottom 10% of students. Or some teachers divide the class grades by quartiles from A to D. Others will use the highest grade achieved by an individual student as the A grade and mark other students based on the performance of the best student. Advantages and disadvantages of relative grading. Advantages. Easy to interpret as it describes rank in a group. Can discriminate among levels of student performance. Disadvantages of relative grading. Provides inconsistent interpretation as the meaning of a grade varies with the ability of the student group. Can be assigned without using a clear reference to specific student performance. Advantages and disadvantages of grading. First, we shall see the advantages of grading. Reduced score pressure, advanced grading pattern, that is, score in all tasks and get good overall grade. Next, identification of weakness and strength and easier studies. Disadvantages. Does not instill competition. Not an accurate representation of performance and knowledge gained. Demotivation. Not an exact scoring system. Decreased performance and increased lethargy. Students score high in assignments and projects and become less active in exams. Conclusion. Grading is a part of CCE or Continuous Comprehensive Evaluation. It is developed by William Farish. Grading is a process of applying standard measurements of varying levels of achievement in a course. Grades can be assigned using letters. Two types of grading, direct grading or indirect grading. Indirect grading is further divided into absolute grading and relative grading. The flip book is given in the description. Thank you.